Welcome back to my book club. This is episode 3 of going through Crescent City. We're going through chapter 5 through 7, and we're actually finished the first part of the book, aka The Hollow. That's what part 1 is about. Part 1 is called. Sorry. But, these 3 chapters are so sad. I am so sad for Bryce. And, yeah, we just have to go through chapter to chapter. Hopefully you've read it already. If you haven't, pause it. And you can, if you read the first 4 chapters, you can do last week's, or you can just wait and watch these videos at your own time. If you want to talk about this book and fangirl with me, yeah. So let's get into it. So chapter 5, where we left off. Bryce just broke up with her boyfriend that wasn't a good boyfriend at all. And so she decided to go out with some of the girls that in the friend group that her and Danica has. And Danica has to stay with the werewolf pack, because they do a weekly bonding exercise, I would have to say. So she goes out with her friends, and she's drinking, having fun, texting Danica and Connell, and she just told Connell that, hey, let's go out. She was like, let's try this dating thing, see how it goes. So that's really exciting. Danica's upset that the friends are partying without her. And Bryce and her friends are doing drugs, drinking, having the time of life at the Raven. So by the end of the night, she's out of it. So that's basically the first, chapter 5 is she's going out and meeting her 2 friends, and they're having a blast together. And that basically tells all of it. No, actually there's more. And then halfway through chapter 5, she's heading home, but she can't even read Danica's messages anymore. Shockingly, she got into the building, and she goes to the door. The door was actually open, but she didn't know. And she goes in. There's blood everywhere. And she goes to Danica's room, and Danica is tore up everywhere. And everybody in the pack is dead. So that's what she walked into, all her friends dead. So that's really traumatizing. And she hears somebody outside, so she starts running to see who this killer is. She's like, that has to be the killer. He's not gonna go away for it. So she chases after this demon through blocks, and the only time she stops is because this demon is eating off of somebody, and she doesn't know who this person is, and she's trying to save him. So she stays with this guy. This demon cut open her leg, and this guy is just opened up in his chest. She is literally holding his heart in him, like in his chest. And so she calls, I think the 33rd. I'm pretty sure that's they're like the angels, the people that like guard and everything in the city. And she's like, track this phone. The people's like, where you're at? And she's like, track this phone. Like, she's trying, like, I don't think she really knows where she's at for certain. And she's just worried about saving this person. And so I'm pretty sure that the person that she's saved is a pretty up there person. Because after they track it, they're like, oh, we need to get people there. And so that's the end of the chapter 5. And then chapter 6 is in a different point of view. It is Eliza. It's in Eliza's point of view, and he is one of the angels of the 33rd. And he was with his team member, Hunter. So you get to know a little bit of Eliza and Hunter. And they were the ones that was went for the call, and they were on the scene. The post people were on the scene to see Bryce and the guy that she's helping. So they're trying to figure out what happened, and they know about all of it, but they don't know exactly who killed the wolves, and they don't even know who this demon is, because they've never met a demon like this. So they're trying to figure out what it is, and they interrogate her, but like, she is out of it. She is a shell of her own person. They found out that like the drug should have killed her if she was a human. I mean, she's part human. She was fully human, and like, she's out of it, and they're trying to investigate it. They probably went too far about it, but that's chapter 5. And also you find out that they brought Philip Briggs in, the guy that just went out, that the den, I forgot the name of the pack of devils. I think that's the name of Danica's pack. But they literally died, and Philip Briggs just released, and they're the ones who put Philip Briggs in jail. So they brought Philip Briggs in, trying to figure out what's going on, because they have no leads really at all. And so yeah, it's really a really rough read, because it's really sad, because she's literally lost all her friends. She really don't have nobody other than her mom, and stepdad lives out of town. But her cousin, as the Rue, the prince of the Fae, got mad that they were keeping Cole, holding Cole, and so they was like, we take care of our own, you got to release her. So he went to go get her, and so you get to see Rue too. And yeah, that's basically chapter 7. They Victoria, you see one of the angels, and you get to learn, like, honestly, but through this, and Isaiah's point of view, you get to learn like the backstory of why are the angels like basically slaves to the people, because they centuries ago tried to overthrow the government. So they have tattoos on top of the one on the side of the eyebrows, and on the side on the wrist too. that basically, like, they have to work for the government now. And yeah, you get to learn about that history a lot in it. The background on why the 33rd is made up, or how it's made up, and the Legion. I feel like that's what the name of it. I might be a little bit wrong, but you know the gist of it. And yeah, so that's chapter 6. And then after, like, she leaves. And chapter 7 is small. It's just like 6 days later, they banned her from going to the funeral because Danica's mom hates Bryce and thinks she's the reason why she's dead and all of this. And Bryce is just not okay. Like, her mom came into town to be there for her, and she's like saying her goodbyes in the sea to them. So yeah, that's the end of chapter 1. So yeah, you get to, I can't wait to see how this goes, but it's really tragic if this is the start of this book series. Because Bryce really doesn't have nobody, and we'll see how this goes. I really hope they find out what really happened to Danica and Danica Connell and all of the werewolves, because this is really sad. I just think about if this was me and all my friends died, and how tragic that would have been. Because I love my friends so much. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and see you next week for our going through some more chapters, and hopefully it gets better. I have high hopes that it will get better for Bryce. She needs a break. But bye guys.